Hello everybody, Z-Marotrix here, and welcome back to another Let's Play part of the Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. And in this episode, we are going to be heading to the second temple of the game, Snowhead Temple. What we're gonna do here? Shit, I don't know. Stuff? Fluff? Oh god, why did I lose my charge? That was weird. Alright, come on. No? Okay, good. Got away from him. Yeah, that gave me magic. You're gonna want to be careful here. It's kind of hard, especially on an emulator, to do this. It's actually very hard on an emulator. But it's possible. It's doable. I've beaten this game on an emulator. What? Beaten this game on an emulator. Oh, no. I forgot a thing. That thing. Right next to me is another owl statue, but we don't actually have a sword to activate this with yet. Oh well. Alright, now here's how I do things. We're about to go into this temple, right? We're about to go into this temple. And in this temple, we're not gonna have a sword at all. But that's fine. Goron punches will get us through most of the way. If you would have looked through the lens of truth, you would have seen him through it, but I don't need to. I already know. I hope you had a good insurance policy. Life insurance. Yeah. Alright. Now this is actually a little tricky. Right there. Wow, I did that flawlessly. This is even trickier. I very rarely make this up, and I usually actually end up not even using the ball. I just sort of walk up it, punch all the snowballs coming my way. As you can see, it's very tricky to get all the way up. But it's possible, it's doable, I've done it. God dang it. Yet again I fall. Right here, if you saw that cave to the right, that was actually the Great Fairy Fountain of this area. As I said before, in every dungeon there are Great Fairies. And every dungeon, you get a different reward for collecting all of said Great Fairies. The reward for this dungeon is very nice. It is double magic. You get your magic bars doubled in length, and that is actually probably my personal what I think is the most useful one in the game. It really is. Once you get later in the game, you'll see why it's so useful, and you're really going to want it. So pay close attention to where all the fairies are in this dungeon. You're going to want to get all of them. Alright, first things first. This guy, he's actually really easy as a Goron. 2 punches, that's all it takes. Punch there, punch there. Alright, now. Back into a dungeon, so we're going to back into dungeon gear. First things first, come into this room. You already see our first fairy. But you can't actually hit it from that hole. If you use the lens of truth, you'll see that those are actually not holes. There's actually a wall there, but you can hit it through this hole. And grab this fairy. That would make fairy number 1 of our dungeon exploration. I have no idea when I started this video, and I have no intention on figuring it out. So, I think I'm going to end at 1:25. That'll be a little over 20 minutes. AM. Yes, I'm recording this very late at night, and I don't care. I really am nocturnal. It doesn't really matter for me. Punch. Alright. Here, you're going to want to wait till that first icy guy blows his load everywhere. God dang it, Tattle. There we go. Once he does that, it's usually safe to go. You don't want a full charge to get across. You're gonna run to that. As you can see, there's another fairy right there. Slip on this mask. Grab it. Jump across here real quick. Up the stairs, and there's another fairy just sort of sitting here free of charge. No reason, just sort of sitting there. And if you turn to your left, there is another chest, and within said chest, It's the dungeon map. Now, you can see that the mask's hair was still sparkling. Don't really worry about that for right now. It's a fairy that you'll be able to get later in the dungeon. In fact, I think... Never mind. I thought it was going to still be... I hate trying to break pots. I'm like, just run up to it. Oh yeah, I'll just smash it with my sword. Oh, right. It's a little annoying not to have your sword, but it's definitely worth doing this area without your sword. It is really worth it. What you get out of this by doing it without your sword is very nice, very shiny, and again, I think it's definitely worth it. Now, the first thing you're going to want to do is become human again. Over here, and use that. There's an arrow coming out of my eye. Anyway, that just through that door is the first room of the dungeon, so you can get right back in to this area easily. Then you're going to want to come in here and move this. Now, before you come into this dungeon, I probably should have mentioned this, you're going to want to have bombs. I think, yeah, I have plenty of bombs. You're going to need at least one bomb for this dungeon if you want to get all the fairies. If you don't want to get all the fairies, fine. You're not going to need a bomb. But you're going to need at least one bomb. Actual bomb. Blast mask won't work. But, I mean, again, if you don't want to get all the fairies, don't even worry about it. I, personally, am 100%ing this game to the best of my ability, so I'm going to try and get all the fairies. Whether or not I'm going to get them all for the last dungeon is a little iffy still. I do not like the last dungeon at all. I can barely figure it out as is. And let alone all the fairies. Guys, give me a break on the last dungeon of this game. It's really bad. Every time I bring it up, I rant about it, so I'm going to try not to bring it up anymore. I'm going to shut up and continue with this playthrough. Next place you want to go is down. Just fall off the cliff. Ow. Ow. This guy's annoying. This button is the one I was looking for. Right around the corner will be a chest that appears. What's in said chest? The world may never know, but it will know now. It was a fairy. Fairy number 4. Alright, where am I heading? I don't even know. Goodness gracious. Alright, so now that I'm back up here, and we have a small key. The place you're going to want to go now is through this door. Why? Because in case you weren't paying much attention, there's a locked door on this side, which we can now activate. Now in this room there are a couple of these guys. One punch to the back will actually kill them. Of course. How am I turning? What? Any hit to the back does double the amount of damage it would anywhere else. So. There you go. And here's why you needed that one bomb. See that crate on top of this little thing? Okay. It's probably better that you bring more than one, so you have more than one try. I know I'm personally really bad at timing this. There we go. And you lure it down using the mask. Now, again, it's still sparkling. Don't worry about that for the time being. All we need right now is this. Alright, now I'm gonna admit to you guys, I'm gonna actually do this temple a little oddly. It's the way I've always done the temple. I've never done it properly, quote unquote. There's a way to skip a little bit that I've always done. Ever since I first played through this game, I did this, and that's just the way I've always beaten it. And I mean, it's faster than the normal way people beat this, and it's, in my opinion, better. I mean, that's my opinion. if you want to beat it properly, you have to go through like the entire temple twice. I, for one, am not the type of person to like doing things more than once, so I do it my little broken way, so don't worry about it. Anyway, the only two in here that you actually have to destroy are these two. If you want to get those red rupees, go for it. Jump. Get that red rupee, that puts me over 100, which is good. And through this wall, which will let us see, is a chest with another fairy in it. Alright, jump this way, jump this way! Okay. This blast mask is very handy. Now, I think this is the only place in the entire game where in this room you get a small key, and immediately after you use it within the same room. No strings attached. I think this is the only room in the game. Now, this room is a little complicated and kind of a jerk at the same time. Here's what's going on in this room. I think because I'm playing on an emulator, there's a little glitch with it, but if you're playing on a console or virtual console or something, there's no glitch here. If you come into this room and look up, there's this hole in the ceiling that actually has a fairy in it. Now, for some reason, you can't see fairies through invisible surfaces on an emulator, but it is definitely there, I promise you. See, there it is. But if you're playing on virtual console or something, it is very much so there, I promise. Anyway, that is the one fairy in this room, and we don't have to worry about that anymore. But this room is quite the puzzle. You got to pay attention and watch. The buttons correspond by color, which is how you're supposed to figure it out originally. By hitting one of the buttons, you make all the buttons of the same color change in some way. There's only one other green thing in this room, and that's down there. Now, you instinctually want to go hit that button, right? No, that is wrong. You actually want to come here to this platform, which is actually a button, and hit that. Now there's a time limit going. I would ground pound as a Goron there. Get rid of all those damn bows. Jump up here, jump up there. Done. You're good. That is all that room takes. It seems a lot more complicated than it is. Alright, now, next, right here. Why do I always ground pound before I do that? I think it gets me a little extra room. Don't go down the ladder. Okay, now this, you might want to get used to doing this. Ow. Because later you have to do it and there won't be a net there to catch you like this. So they're kind of being nice in that sense, I suppose. No, just let me go. I don't want to go full speed or anything. Dang it! I usually get this first try every time. This is pathetic. Come on now. Seriously? Just let me go. Okay, almost didn't make it again. What the what? Alright, hit that. What's in here? Ah, that's in here. Might as well. Alright. Just ignore that guy for the time being. What you're gonna want is to bring out the lens of truth. Remember there's still a fairy in this room? Well, this looks a lot harder than it really is. Do not have the bunny hood on while doing this. That will screw you up really badly. You're gonna want to move your camera. Oh crap, it's already almost... Alright, if I miss this, I'm going to be really upset. Jump back over here. If you fall down, you're going to be very upset. I promise. Alright. Alright, I hope I don't fall. Make it across. If you're bad at this, tough luck. You're going to have to get good at it pretty quick here. That whole jumping scenario. Alright. And this room is the mini-boss of this temple. He's actually pretty easy, honestly. For the first phase, I would stay at Goron, and what happens is he teleports to one of these pads, and once he solidifies, just roll up to him and punch him. You do twice as much damage. I think you do as much damage as a bomb with your punch. Now, once you hit him twice, he's going to change into a different little form thingy. Ah, why did I do that? And he's gonna run around like this. A different phase, battle phase, I should have said. I think this one is the real one. And he's gonna appear in all four of them, and only one of them's gonna be the real him. Wait, crap. Oh, crap. Just get into a corner and look for the real him and shoot him with an arrow. Really quick and easy fight. Yes, I think I did it. Yeah, I did it. You can actually appear on top of the chest. This is always fun. I've always liked doing this. Oh yeah. Anyway. And from that we get the fire arrows. These are a blast from the past, as one could say. They're also in Ocarina of Time. What they do is they can melt ice. They take magic, by the way. They can melt ice and burn things and whatnot. Pretty helpful. Pretty helpful little gizmo there. Please make it. Yeah. Oh, I'm just that good. That's what I get for saying something. This isn't where I want to be. I'm just that good, Falls. Fair enough, Temple. Fair enough. Do I have to climb all the way back up there? What's even in that room? I don't even know. I don't know, probably like the compass or something unimportant. Alright, so now we can melt that. It's fairy, isn't it? Alright, I'm gonna climb back up. I'll be right back. Alright, I made it back up here. That actually didn't take long at all. Anyway, shoot this, and I don't know where this goes, so let's figure it out. Probably nowhere important. Yep, I was right, nowhere important right now. Didn't need to do that at all. Roll. Oh, never mind, no rolls. Darn, just pain. No laughs, just pain. Alright, and here, you're gonna need a lot of magic, which is nice, because I have, like, none. Alright, gonna melt him, gonna melt him. But that's not all. Jump, jump, jump. Right. Give me that magic. Alright, and here, guess what? Guess what? Another fairy! Alright, hit that. This is where a good aim comes in handy. I'm gonna light all these torches, I'll open that. Shink. Alright. Alright. Come over here, climb on this. Climb on it as a human, because you can't get on it as a Goron because of terrible design. And that giant pillar raises up. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness gracious. Alright, so here's what happens. Normally, what you have to do is you have to climb the entire temple without doing anything, and you get to the top room and you get the boss key and all this other stuff. I actually know a way of getting it without doing all that hassle. So I'm going to show you a way so you don't have to climb the whole place twice and you can still get everything. You don't have to climb the whole place twice and hit that button twice anyway. He's dead. Actually, no, that's not the way I need to go. This is the way I need to go. Alright. First off, melt that. Second off, kill him. Kill him. Kill him. That's a key. You're gonna need that key. Actually, if you're not going for all the fairies, you don't need that key at all. But I want that key. Because I am going for all the fairies. So I'm gonna need it. I'm not gonna. Okay, yeah, I'll roll a little. Okay, never mind. Just didn't help me at all. You don't. Oh my god, you're kidding. Don't run through there as a human. Golems are immune to lava, as I'm sure y'all have noticed by now. That will normally hurt you as a human. Goron seems to climb ladders slower, which I guess would make sense since he's kind of fat, but I can't tell if it's because he's larger, so it looks like I'm going up slower, or if I'm actually going up slower. I don't know. Dang, I was hoping to get this whole temple in one part, but it doesn't look like I'm going to. I suppose I could, but it'd be a little bit long of a part. It'd be about 30 minutes instead of 20. Yeah, I'll just break it up. You know what? Nah, I'll just get it all in one part. No big deal. That bomb chew has never bothered me. It might bother you. It's never done anything to me. Kill him. Shoot that eye thing, which you can actually shoot with a single arrow. I used to always ready another arrow, thinking once I melt it, I'd have to shoot it again, but no. Alright, that'll get you up to here. What you want to do, see these big things? Punch them. Let's see if I can't show you what it's actually doing. No, never mind. We'll be able to. Alright, so you do that. And you trace around here. Go up. Mark that one. Now you're gonna wanna race around here. This is the one where... Oh, that's the one with no net. I almost didn't make it. I almost fell. Alright. And this is why you needed that key. Now, normally you don't need this key. There's a way to do it without this key. Alright, this one is similar to the last one, where I said it was mean, because it is mean. You're gonna need... It'll come. There it is. That's 10. Wait, 10? Right. I forgot to get some fairies. You know what? I'm gonna end this part here, so until next time, everybody, Z-Marotrix, signing out.